Very good morning, friends. Today we are going to start with quadratic equation. As earlier I have given you one commitment that we are going to start our lectures within the stipulated time. So today we are going to start with quadratic equation. While watching this video, if you have any kind of queries or any difficulties, you have to ask me in the comment box. Okay. Apart from this, you have to just subscribe this channel, that is Vakratanga Academy, as well as you need to hit the bell icon. Okay. So today's topic is quadratic equation. What do you mean by quadratic equation? It's a very simple. The polynomial. I think you have studied a polynomial in the previous standard, that is into the 9th standard. आपने 9th standard में polynomial के बारे में थोड़ा बहुत पढ़ा होगा, तो हम उसका थोड़ा सा एक रिव्यू ले लेते हैं. So जिस polynomial का जो इंडेक्स है, जो डिग्री है, वो 2 रहेगा. Okay, the polynomial which consists its degree or index 2, that it will be considered as the quadratic equation. Okay, and we will going to represent this as, suppose x square plus 5x plus 6 is equal to 0. Please try to understand, on the right hand side of the equation there must be 0. Okay, जो समीकरण हमने बनाया है उसके राइट हैंड पर क्या होना जरूरी है? 0 होना बहुत जरूरी है. तभी हम कह सकते हैं कि ये क्या है? क्वाड्रेटिक इक्वेशन है. समझ में आ रहा है? ओके, आई थिंक. तो अभी हमें क्या करना है, देखो सबसे इंपॉर्टेंट बात है, इसका जो बेसिक फॉर्मूला है, वो बेसिक फॉर्मूला क्या है? ax स्क्वायर प्लस bx प्लस c इज इक्वल टू 0. व्हाट इज दैट? ax स्क्वायर प्लस bx प्लस c इज इक्वल टू 0. Now if we are going to compare these two equations, suppose a is equal to 1, because here is the coefficient. Okay, तो इसका कोएफिशिएंट कितना है? 1. इसका कोएफिशिएंट कितना है? 5. और इसका कोएफिशिएंट कितना है? 6. a is equal to 1, b is equal to 5 and c is equal to 6. Now what does we need to understand? We have to factorize it. हमें इसको क्या करना है? फैक्टराइज करना है. पहले तो हमने ये बात समझ ली कि क्वाड्रेटिक इक्वेशन क्या होता है. क्वाड्रेटिक इक्वेशन ये होता है कि जिसका इंडेक्स जो है, जो फर्स्ट टर्म है, उसका इंडेक्स कितना होना चाहिए? 2. उसका डिग्री कितना होना चाहिए? 2. इट्स वेरी सिंपल. नाउ व्हाट डज वी नीड टू अंडरस्टैंड कि इसका राइट हैंड साइड जो है ये कितना रहेगा? ऑलवेज 0. अंडरस्टूड? नाउ ये जो पूरा क्वाड्रेटिक इक्वेशन है, इसके जो 3 कांस्टेंट्स है, a is equal to 1, b is equal to 5, c is equal to 6. Okay, so what does we will do now? Very simple. Okay, suppose we need to factorize it. Okay, we can solve the quadratic equation by 3 methods. First one is factorization. I just extend it. Factorization. Second one is complete square method, and third one, the last one, is formula method. So what kind of formula we are going to use? That is, suppose you have to withdraw the value of x, then we need to put a formula minus b plus minus root of b square minus 4ac divided by 2a. So a is included, c is also included over here, and it is divided by 2a. Okay, denominator it has a 2a. Okay, are you understanding? Now this is the basic information. Regarding the quadratic equation. Now what does we will do? We will try to solve with factorization method, which is almost easy. Now how is that? Just try understanding with me. we will take the same example. We will take the same example, that is x square plus 5x plus 6 is equal to 0. Okay, suppose this is the example. Then what does we will do? We will split the middle term. हमें जो ये सेंट्रल वाला टर्म है, जो मिडिल टर्म है, उसको ऐसे एक्सपांड करना है जिसका मल्टीप्लिकेशन क्या होना चाहिए? देखो, फॉर एग्जांपल a इज इक्वल टू हमने क्या बोला है 1, b इज इक्वल टू क्या बोला है 5, c इज इक्वल टू क्या बोला है 6. तो हमें क्या करना है a इंटू सी, और ये जो मिडिल टर्म है b को हम दो इसमें डिवाइड करेंगे, b1 एंड b2. हम क्या करेंगे, इसको दो टर्म्स में, दो सेपरेट टर्म्स में इसको डिवाइड करेंगे. सो दैट इज अ b1 एंड b2. सो हमारा बेसिक कंस्ट्रक्शन क्या होगा इसका? a इंटू सी मस्ट बी इक्वल टू b1 इंटू b. a इंटू सी मस्ट बी इक्वल विद द b1 इंटू b2. फॉर एग्जाम्पल देखो, हमारा a क्या है 1 है, c क्या है 6 है. सो अभी b1 और b2, सपोज मैं इसको 3 और इसको 2 ले लेता हूं. सो दोनों का आंसर कितना आ रहा है 6 and 6. आर यू अंडरस्टैंडिंग? सो ये हमारा बेसिक टर्म है. बट अकॉर्डिंग टू योर बुक, ये जो b1 एंड b2 है, b1 एंड b2, इसे हम क्या बोलते हैं? अल्फा एंड बीटा. इसे हम क्या बोलते हैं? अल्फा एंड बीटा. आर यू अंडरस्टैंडिंग? ओके. If you have any query, please ask me immediately in the comment box. I will try to solve it into the next lecture. Okay, and please keep it in your mind, this chapter is really very easy. Okay, so x square plus 5x plus 6 is equal to 0. So x square plus 3x plus 2x plus 6 is equal to 0. How does we get it? We have just splitted this term like this. So this is a 3 into 2. 3 into 2 is equal to 6, and 3 plus 2 is equal to 5. So now separate these four terms. Into the two groups. ये जो चार टर्म है, इनको दो दो ग्रुप में उनका बंटवारा करो, बहुत ही इजी रहेगा. ठीक है, तो अभी देखो ये x स्क्वायर है, सो x इंटू एक्स है, यहाँ पर 3 इंटू एक्स है, यहाँ पे 2 इंटू एक्स है, प्लस इसको भी मैं स्प्रेड करता हूँ 2 इंटू 3. तो अभी देखो क्या क्या कॉमन निकाल सकते हैं हम. वी हैव ड्रॉन अ कॉमन x, देन इनटू द ब्रैकेट x plus 3. व्हाट इज द कॉमन? आर यू अंडरस्टैंडिंग? व्हाट इज द कॉमन? ओके, देन वी हैव अ 2 common, then we have taken a 2 common, so this term will be repeated as it is. And this is your assurance. If the first term is directly equivalent, if suppose this is the replica of this, then you can directly say my factorization or your factorization is absolutely correct. Are you understanding? Okay, so now what does we need to understand? So we will make a group x plus 3 and x plus 2 is equal to 0. Are you understanding? Now suppose y into z is equal to 0. So we can directly say that either y is equal to 0 or z is equal to 0. Okay, similarly, suppose we are doing these two terms, we are making the product of these two terms as a 0, then we can directly say either x plus 3 is equal to 0 or x plus 2 is equal to 0. So very simple. Now suppose x plus 3 is equal to 0, then x is equal to minus 3 or x is equal to minus 2. So what will be your final answer? The set of your answer is minus 3 and minus 2. So very simple. Are you understanding? Okay. Please write it or take a screenshot. Okay, so I will wait for a few seconds. Okay. Okay students, so now we are going to start the same example with the formula method. Okay, check. what is the formula? Our formula is x is equal to minus b plus minus root of b square minus 4ac. b square minus 4ac upon 2a. Now according to our explanation, we have defined the terms. A is equal to 1, b is equal to 5, and c is equal to 6. Now suppose I'll take like this. Now for our simplification, we will try to withdraw the value of under root first. So b square minus 4ac. So what is the value of b? It's a 5 square. Then what is the value of a? That is a 1. And what is the value of c? That is a 6. So 5 square is equal to 25. So 4 into 6, 24. 24 into 1, 24. 25 minus 1. So that will be, okay. So this is your value of b square minus 4ac. Now try to substitute this value into this. Okay, so what will be the answer? So x is equal to minus of 5, because this sign, see, I am just trying it with a different color because this sign is not born from the sum, it is born from the formula. So that's why I am denoting with a different color. Okay, so this is the minus. Again I will denote with a green color. Okay, so what is the value of b square minus 4ac? That is a 1. Divided by 2 into, again the value of a is equal to 1. So what could be my answer? So x is equal to minus 5 plus 1 divided by 2, or you can directly say x is equal to minus 5. Okay, what does we have did? We have splitted this sign. Positive is over here, negative is over here. So x is equal to 5 minus 1, it's a 4. We are going to give the sign of a larger value. 5 is the larger value. Okay, same situation will be here. Now here is the opposite sign. Suppose there is a plus and minus, then what does we need to do? We need to make a subtraction. Suppose there is a same sign, then in that case we need to make a addition. So what is the answer? So answer will be like this. So x is equal to 2 ones are 2, 2 twos are 4, then 2 ones are 2, 2 threes are 6. So again your answer will be, or the you can say set of answer will be minus 2. You understanding? Okay, please take a screenshot. If you have a time, you can write. Okay, I'll come within few seconds. I'll come back. Okay, I hope you are understanding and you are enjoying as well. If you have any query, I am reminding again and again. Okay, if you have any query, I'll definitely solve it. Please try to keep it in the comment box. Okay, thank you very much. Okay, so now we have a last method, that is complete square method. The name itself suggests that complete the square. That means we have to take some value into the bracket or individual, independently, arbitrarily, and we have to square it. Okay, I will try to understand, but what value we are going to square, which is underlined over here. Okay, so suppose I have to solve this with a complete square method. So we have a one basic trick, that is what it's very simple. Make a square of half of middle term. Why does I am writing this? Because this line is very, very important. Okay, keep it in your mind. You are not supposed to forget for a lifetime, because this line is very important. What does we are going to do? Make a square of half of the middle term. Okay, suppose, but what middle term? That is what? Coefficient of x. Coefficient of x. Okay, so this could be what? half into coefficient of x whole bracket square. So this could be what? 5 upon 2 whole bracket square. So what could be my answer? 25 by 4. This is my answer. Okay, suppose we will just denote it as a whatever you want. It doesn't have any issue. Okay, now we will put this value into the original equation. Suppose x square plus 5x plus 6. Now we will add this value as well as subtract this value. We will add this value as well as subtract this value. Okay. Like this. Okay. Either you should shuffle like this. If you are keeping 6 over here, it doesn't have any matter. Okay. If you are doing like this, it will be better, easier for the further calculation. Okay. So please write down. We will take a short break and we will come back again. Okay. Thank you.